Hello, everybody! Today for Creative Creatures, we're going to see how I draw a Briar Wolf. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description, and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first, and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description, and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Okay, so basic body shapes. Oh, you know what? I guess I should explain what a Briar Wolf is. It's nothing. It does not exist. It's not real. This is a play on words. Like most of mine, honestly, 90% of everything I do is a play on words. But this is a dire wolf, right? A dire wolf, if you know what that, well, a lot of you might know. Well, I don't know. Look, a dire wolf is an old words are hard. Evan and Caitlin are right. Words are hard. So let me start again. A dire wolf is an ancient. No, it's not even ancient. Why am I saying that? What is wrong with me? Look, it's a prehistoric wolf, right? Dinosaur wolf, that kind of thing. That's what I'm trying to get at. Man, the words are just so hard. I just can't do it. I can't. But basically, a prehistoric wolf. And you know what? Scientists, those old smart scientist cowboys, they're saying now that it might not even be a wolf. You know, it might be its own species, that kind of thing. But anyway, it's called a dire wolf, D-I-R-E, right? Dire wolf. And I just thought it would be funny if I did a play on words and called it a briar, like a briar patch. You know what a briar patch is? It's a thicket. It's a big clump of vines and leaves and things like leaves and flowers and petals and all that kind of funky stuff that is all clumped together, right? That's what a briar patch is. So I just thought it would be fun to combine the words. That's it. Look how long that took me. That took me that long just to get those silly words out. And I just thought after I did Piggy Azalea that it's a good excuse to draw more pretty things like flowers. Let's draw some flowers. So that's it. That's the extent. That's what took me so long to try to explain to you, because words are hard, and that's why I'm a drawer, not a speaker. And even then, I'm not that good of a drawer, right? I'm okay. I'm good at drawing what I want to draw. But again, guess what? This is how I draw. There's music going, and I shouldn't be singing over the music, right? Let's raise this paw. He's saying howdy. Hi. Hi, my name is Brandon Briar Wolf, and I just wanted to say hi. So for the thicket, I'm just going to draw a bunch of crazy stuff with some flowers. I'm not even going to sketch that out. There's no need to do that. But yeah, that's it. I think I'm ready with the sketch. It looks good to me. So I'm going to, let me see if I need to erase anything. Usually I try to erase just to try to get rid of some of the darker lines, but the sketch came out pretty good that I didn't really have to press too hard. Like I usually tell you, get rid of your sketchiness and keep your confidence, because as I press harder, as I become more confident with my sketch lines, I press harder, and those are the confidence lines. But sketch worked out that I don't really need to erase too much. So I say we get going, welcome everybody that skipped, and start to draw. Welcome skippers, welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I do a different drawing every day, and hit that subscription button, hit the ding bell, hit that really counts too. I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but it depends a little finer than the fine point. It can find things that the fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased a majority of the sketch lines, but left myself enough to see what I'm going to do. And if you want to see more creative creatures, anything like that, check out this playlist up here. But check out the playlist in general, because you know what? I do so many drawings. Chances are I may have already drawn what you want to see. So check it out, we'll see what we can do. I'm gonna start off with the face. You've already seen the sketch, we've already seen the picture, you know what it is, you clicked on it, right? So I'm just gonna jump right in with the eyes and see if I can get the eyes going here. I'm gonna draw it over like that. Draw this one over like that. That looks about right from the angle that I have it at. So I'm just gonna draw the bottom, and I'm gonna use the bigger Sharpie here mostly, but I like using this small Sharpie to capture any of the finer little details that the big Sharpie fine point won't quite get, because I can control the line widths much easier with this. So give them a little pupil. And then I think that's all I want to do. Like the rest of the color of the eye, I'm going to leave that to coloring. That way it doesn't bleed too much, right? Okay, and same thing I'm going to do is nose. I'm going to do a little down like this. And if you want to see why it's called a Briar Wolf, go check out the sketch portion where I explain things like that. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and just dive right in with the big Sharpie, because that's gonna take care of most of it. Let's start with his ears. I'm gonna come up this way like this, and because we're drawing fur, I'm gonna make it a little chunky, a little furry, right? Little bumps like this, just to show that it's fur, because I'm not gonna draw every single little hair. You can if you want to, but A, I don't have time for it, and B, you don't want to see me sit here and just do this for 5 hours, right? You know, you get the point. If I were to say we're drawing all the hairs, you get the point. You don't have to watch me do it. So, and I'm going to start to add some flowers. Because it's going to be a thicket, I'm going to put little flowers all over the place, because there's really no reason why he's got a briar thicket over him. So I thought, well, let's make it like it's part of his fur, you know? Okay, so I'm gonna make like the look of it. I want kind of the wolfy hair out like that. You know, kind of the there's a bit more flowers there. The old traditional pointy, cartoonish looking wolf, right? I mean, there's a reason they do it a cartoon like that, very caricature, very wolf-like. Because it really looks like a wolf. I mean, that's the idea, that a wolf kind of has those hairs that kind of go out like that, you know? And I'm gonna do some of these. I just told you I wasn't gonna draw all the hairs, and now I'm starting to do stuff like this. Now, I just wanna kind of define a few edges like that. And I'm gonna do more with color too. But this Sharpie, even though it's called a fine point, it doesn't get a lot of fine points. It's not made for tiny stuff like this. So that's why I like to kind of come back and hit some edges, make it a little pointy, pointy, and define just a little bit of the features that I want, you know? And see, again, same thing, I could do a lot more. I kind of want to draw a bunch of little hairs, but let's not do that. I want to leave more for color. I want to leave some style and technique. Oh, and same thing here with like the flowers. What I'm just going to do is just little petals. That's really about it. Just kind of traditional, like almost like what's the cherry blossom? You know, those kind of flowers. Just something like that, just to kind of make it, you know, defined. You know, that it's some kind of briar flowered edge to it, even though there's no reason to, besides that we want to draw it. You know, that's the only reason. Okay, now for the thicket, because I'm going to make it like a mane, I'm just going to go crazy with, we're just going to draw a bunch of flowers and thickets and lines and stuff, and I'm just going to do like this, because I'm going to let color take care of a lot of stuff, but I do want to define some edges, and that it's all just kind of mishmashed in there, right? Like what's in the back is like super dark, and what's on top is what we're really going to see. And that's what I'm just going to kind of define, like almost like, I don't want to say smoke, but like the front thicket of the briar patch. And also that's where I'm going to put some flowers too. Here we go. Because when I color it, I'm going to color all that black inside there, or dark, and then just kind of show that there's a bunch that have, you know, wormed their way on top. Almost kind of like if you're drawing a tumbleweed. You know, there's going to be some that's sticking out on top and some that's down at the bottom. And that's where we're going to kind of shine with, you know, we're going to put flowers and petals and little things like that just to make it a big edge. But it's really just going to be, it's kind of like drawing spaghetti. Like you don't really have an edge here. You're just going to draw noodles all mixed up in it, right? And that's kind of the idea, is we just want to make some crazy lines, but not worry too much about specifics, right? So when you're doing something like this, think of it like a cloud, I guess. You know, it's going to be kind of, and there's no rules. Remember, don't think, oh, I got to draw exactly like he's drawing. I'm just showing you a thicket that I'm drawing, and you can draw it how you want, and then we'll you know, see how we do. Because remember, this is how I draw, and you draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. I'm just showing you how I do it and explaining it to you as I'm doing it. You do it how you like, okay? So remember, you don't have to draw every single line like I did. And plus, a lot of mine are coming out thick. You may not even want to draw them like this, you know? Now I'm gonna kind of blend it into, like, if there's hair, you know, and then more flowers. And I'm gonna add some with the small Sharpie too. I just wanted to add like a no rules thicket, right? Like there's no excuse to, not excuse, there's no rule that it has to be like this or it has to be like that. I'm just drawing little stuff here and there, and then I'm going to play around with even with color too, like lines that are kind of wrapped around themselves, making a mishmash of design. You know, it doesn't have to be anything specific. It doesn't have to be set in stone. I even see a few lines that I did. It's like, ooh, I decided to change it. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not going to put that right there. I'm going to put like some flowers on this. This was a thorn, but now I'm going to make it a flower. You know, a little. Let's do it over here too. A little, just hanging out flower. Just kind of just hanging out at the end right there. Pretty little flower. Now I'm going to be like Bob Ross and come up with my own little happy little trees. Mine's going to be pretty little flower. We're going to add a pretty little flower. And I'm going to add a pretty little flower right here. I'm going to add a pretty little flower. Okay, I don't want to drive you crazy by saying all these silly things over and over, but that's pretty much what I do, right? I just kind of talk over it all the time and kind of say silly things. But see, like that, I think that's good. That's enough of a thicket to play around with a few different things, and then we'll let color define a few more. Again, we're like drawing spaghetti. So I'm going to switch over to his fur. And so now we're just pretty much going to draw like the fur body, but I'm going to still play around with a little bit of a thicket, right? We'll say that there's some built into the fur. Little flower here, little flower there, like we did on the face, you know, just kind of in the fur. And see how I'm doing a flower? It looks almost like maybe a fly. There's nothing set in stone. It doesn't have to be a certain way. I'm just kind of playing around with lines. That's it. Okay, so like I said, I'm just going to draw the body shape basically. So I'm going to have it going back here like that. Remember, I was going to do some fur. This is pretty smooth as the back, and then I'm going to come down here for that. So let's do, before I draw the tail, I want you to see where the body is. So let's draw the body shape. So I'm going to come down here for some fur like this, and I'm going to draw the leg. And on this leg, I even threw some flowers. Okay. Again, I'm going to make it jaggedy like it's cloth. I'm going to draw a thicket with the flower like this, kind of coming off. So again, like almost like spaghetti. You know, I don't know how many times I'm going to keep saying that. Maybe because I'm trying to convince myself. You know, it's supposed to look like spaghetti, and it's not. But it's what makes me happy. I love spaghetti. All right. So draw his little hoof, his little foot. Okay, and then this one, like I said, it's kind of waving high. So we're gonna draw the rest of the body like that. We're gonna draw the leg coming down, kind of bent over itself. Saying, "Oh hi, how are you? You like my flowers?" It's like, oh, you know, that's kind of what I'm thinking when I see them. I'm kind of, you know, animating them as I'm going too. So I'm gonna draw the body down here like this, like that. Then here's gonna be one leg. Oops, look at that, I drew through that. I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna draw a flower like that, because remember, I like to put them all over. Ooh, I didn't put any over here. Pretty little, happy little flower. Happy little flower. I like that. I like little flowers all over it. And again, it's because of Piggy Azalea. That's really what made me think of something like this. Let's draw the leg coming down. The hook leg, the old dog leg. Flower. Foot. Flower. And then the tail. See, I wanted you to see where it was first. That's why I wanted to do it like that. Flower. Tail. This one's coming through like this. Like that. Okay, let's draw the other leg back there. Then I'm going to add just a little bit more detail. I just like drawing the basic shape, right? Now I'm not going to go too crazy with this because, like I said, I'm not going to draw every single little fur line, but you know, I want to draw a little bit of something. And again, add maybe a little bit more flowers, a little bit more defining, because it doesn't always have to always be this big, huge, thick line. You know, there may be some small ones, small little petals, little happy little flowers all over the place, a little thicket maybe. Who knows what this is? Who knows, right? The nice thing is, no one can tell us we're wrong. This is our drawing. We're the ones making it up. We are the magic makers. We are the dreamers of the dream. Okay. All right. And there you go. I just said I'm not going to draw all the hairs, and I'm drawing them. Okay, so I say we stop. I'm good here. There, I say we take care of the rest with color. So for creative creatures, that is a Briar Wolf.
So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.